Are you looking for a nice suburb in the metro Boston area? Well, you can do tons of research online, but in this video, I'm going to give you a little snapshot of the town of Sharon, Massachusetts. A little bit of history, generally what it's like now, and it will help you in your search for a place to live. Stay tuned. I'll be right back with all the goods. Sharon is a town in Norfolk County, and it's about southwest of Boston. It is southwest of the town of Canton, and I recently did a video on the town of Canton. If you drove through Canton down Washington Street, the main street, you would end up in Sharon, Mass. Sharon's a pretty affluent community. I'm going to give you the pros and cons of living in Sharon. Here are the surrounding towns in Sharon. Norwood is a little bit to the north, Walpole to the northwest, Foxborough to the west, Stoughton to the east, Easton to the southeast, and Mansfield, a small portion, just to the southeast. Sharon's population is about 18,000, which is a little bit of a smaller suburb, but it's still considered part of Greater Boston. Talk about Sharon now in the year 2020. A little history: Native Americans hunted and fished in this area for hundreds of years before the British settlers came in 1637. And you can see the rolling hills, the very mature pine trees. I think I've estimated 8 to 10 stories high, and many stone walls that are hand-built over a century ago. So those are the remnants left from many years ago of Sharon. It's a beautiful little town. Sharon's about 17 miles southwest of downtown Boston. There is a wonderful Sharon commuter rail stop where you can drive and park your car in the morning, hop on the train, and be in Boston in about 35 minutes, maybe 40. If you don't want to take the train, it's right near the highway so that you can just go up on Route 95, which is north and south, and still be in Boston at about the same time, but you have to drive. If it's during rush hour, I don't know, I guess I would add at least 15 minutes to that commute. Okay, now for a couple of reality checks as to why Sharon is such a lovely neighborhood, town. Number one, high taxes. The schools are great. Nobody questions spending money for good schools, and the tax rate shows it. So if you're a homeowner in Sharon, which most people are, you're going to pay double what you would pay in Boston. And housing is expensive, but Sharon spends money on schools. So if schools are important to you and you have children, it might be a good spot, at least until they get out of high school. Sharon gets a 9 out of 10 on greatschools.org. Let me give you an example of what taxes would be. If you bought a home for $800,000, you would pay over $1,300 per month in property taxes. So the rate is $20.30 for every $1,000 that your home is worth. Okay, I understand. Next door is Canton. You can look at Canton too. But if that doesn't bother you, there's some beautiful homes, and Sharon has some unique features. One of them is a lake. Okay, before I get into Lake Massapog, I am going to tell you the third con about Sharon, and that is there are hardly any restaurants. You're close to surrounding communities, and in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you can be near a lot of restaurants. Just so you know, if you're a foodie and you like a lot of takeout, you need to get it on the way home because there's not many restaurants in Sharon. The Sharon Community Center has everything from yoga classes, dining etiquette for children. It's really a cool little spot. Lots of older people use this beautiful community center. It has space outside to meet during the pandemic now, and I've seen a lot of active people on the outside on a beautiful day of Sharon Community Center. Second wonderful thing in the town of Sharon is the Mass Audubon Wildlife Center. It's called Moose Hill, and it's very large and beautiful, and it's a second place to get out into the outdoors and enjoy your community. The third really nice thing about Sharon is the beauty of living in a space that is suburban, but yet feels like you're out in the country. There are, as I mentioned, old stone walls throughout the community. There's rolling hills. You feel like you're driving down country lanes, and all sorts of housing, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about. You can find homes in Sharon priced anywhere from $400,000 to $900,000 and up. The higher end homes are spectacular. They're 4 or 5 bedroom homes. They have curved staircases once you enter. Some of them are ultra modern. Some are old colonials. There's a nice diversity of styles. But once you get into the higher price points, you can have beautiful home in Sharon, Mass. You can have nice land. And the big plus about Sharon is a low density, open space country feel. That sets Sharon apart from other suburban areas. You can contact me with any questions about Sharon. My information is below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.